We've had worse days.
You want to go first, or should I?
Well, why don't we go together?
Yeah, all right. 1, 2, 3.
Hello and welcome. I'm BluenoseLJ with a great big smile on my face today. It's Monday, but this smile is going nowhere anytime soon. I didn't make a video yesterday because I was working, and I was also a little bit sore in the throat department because we've only gone and bloody done it. We've beaten Liverpool at Anfield for the first time since 1999, and I celebrated a little bit. Call me crazy. Absolutely amazing feeling to beat Liverpool at Anfield. If you've never experienced that before, if you're a new Everton fan, enjoy. If you're an Everton fan that has been an Everton fan before 1999, enjoy. It's just amazing. I can't explain the emotions I'm feeling right now. It should never have gone on that long. It did. I don't know why, but it did. It's come to an end. And the release of emotions. Now, if you're an Everton fan, if you're a Blue Nose, I'm sure that you feel exactly the same, and you know how I'm feeling, even if I can't describe it. It's just pure happiness. But there's a mixture of release of stress, tension, and just relief that it's finally come to an end, and we've beaten Liverpool at Anfield. Now, there are Liverpool fans out there that are saying, that we can only beat Liverpool with no fans in the ground and with their star player missing. Do you know what? It matters not. It doesn't matter. The fact is that we beat you 2-0. And nobody's going to remember who played, the fact that there was no fans. Look, we had the Goodison Derby. We had no fans. So, you can't use that. Look back at history and you will find that Everton have gone into Merseyside derbies missing star players that were really important to Everton. It matters not. The result matters. The result stands. Everton beat Liverpool 2-0. You had the players to beat us. You had your top strikers. You had the opportunity in the January transfer window to replace Van Dijk. You didn't do it. It's simple as that. That's not our fault. We beat you 2-0. End of. And I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm sure that all Evertonians out there are going to enjoy this result. Finally, it's come to an end. Such a long time, but it's over. And I was so stressful all day on Saturday. I said it in my previous video. This game has filled me with fear for such a long time. Every year I get the excitement of this year we can beat Liverpool, and it just never happens. We don't turn up. We just bottle it every year we go to Anfield. In fact, really, anytime we play Liverpool, we just bottle it. But this year, I did really, really feel that we had a real, genuine chance of beating Liverpool. But I still going into the game with complete and utter fear. The stress was unbelievable yet again. Just expecting the worst, hoping for the best, but just expecting that we were going to get beat again. And this year, I think that it would have been really, really painful if we would have lost to Liverpool. Even if a draw, it was never going to be good enough. We had to beat Liverpool this year and get that over and done with. And so when the game started and the build up to it, and the tension and the feeling that I was going through, and then 3 minutes in, James Rodriguez passes to Richarlison, and Richarlison scores. And the release of emotion, because I was really, really fearing that in the first 5 minutes, Liverpool were going to be full on attack and end up scoring against us, and that we would have to start chasing the game. But that didn't happen. We took it to Liverpool straight away, and we ended up getting that early goal. And I think that early goal changed the course of that game. It allowed us to just absorb all of their, it was always going to happen that Liverpool were going to have the possession. We know that. Liverpool were going to have the possession. They're the home team. They are that kind of side that have a lot of the possession, but we don't need it. We didn't need the possession. We were going to sit back, especially as we had that lead. We could sit back, absorb that pressure, and as long as we didn't give them too much opportunity, we were always going to be able to defend that. Pickford was absolutely immense. He made at least three, four top quality saves. Look, I've been a real somebody who's been a real critic of Pickford in the past. I still think Pickford is one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League. But he has made so many errors in the past that you still have that worry with him. But when there's no question about Jordan Pickford as a goalkeeper, and the saves that he made, the save he made from Jordan Henderson on the volley, kept us in that, in the lead there, and really, I probably kept us in that game. Probably Liverpool would have then, if they would have scored that, they could have got some momentum and carried on. Unbelievable save. Pickford was immense, and I don't think that we can underestimate how important Pickford was in that game. The amount of emotion that probably was going through Pickford, and the thoughts that, so much has been made about the Pickford, Van Dijk tackle, that there were talk that it would probably be better for Jordan Pickford not to have played. But how he just kept his composure, how he kept himself, and then produced saves like he did was unbelievable. And I think much respect needs to go out to Jordan Pickford, and Everton fans really, really need to not necessarily get off his back with the mistakes, but come on, what a performance Pickford had. I give him my man of the match. I thought he was immense. But the whole team played really well. There were a couple of negatives that I don't really want to mention too much, because I just want to mention the positives. The performance was awesome. The defense was awesome. They did have a few opportunities, but I don't really think that they troubled us too much. And when they did, Jordan Pickford was there. Mason Holgate had a really good game. Now, he's been the subject of a little bit of criticism lately, but again, he played really well. Ben Godfrey, beast, absolute beast he is. He's going to be one of the best defenders in the Premier League. He is immense. Just love him. And the money that we paid for him, absolute steal. Michael Keane was so solid at the back. I was a little bit worried with the fact of Yerry Mina not playing, and we were playing the five at the back. Holgate, Keane, and Godfrey, just immense. Coleman, the emotions, you could see that, he nearly, that header, had that gone in, I think that Coleman would have just exploded. It meant so. I could see that it meant so much to him. Every single player just put in a good shift. When I say every player, I don't mean Andre Gomez. I thought he was quite poor. Decore started off pretty badly as well, kept giving the ball away, but he just doesn't stop. He's a machine from box to box, and Davies was another one that just had an absolute brilliant game. Just so much respect for the team this game. They So many times we've bottled it, and this time they didn't. This time they just put in the shift, and we deserved it. We deserved that win. Liverpool had the possession. They had a couple of opportunities, but we were equal to them. Our defense was awesome, and we deserved that win. We've gone level on points with a game in hand, and there's a real, possibility that Liverpool won't make the top four. There was a comment on Facebook from a Liverpool fan to an Everton fan, and it said, if you don't finish in the top four, this result will be pointless. And I made a comment underneath saying, if you don't finish in the top four, this result will be priceless. I hope that Liverpool don't finish in the top four. I'm really not sure that we're going to finish in the top four, but I still think that we're going to get top six. And there's a possibility that Liverpool won't. And if we can push Liverpool out of the top six and they don't even get European football at all, this result will mean even more. And I just hope that happens. I still hope that we're going to get top six. I'm still hopeful for the top four. I don't think we will, but we still have the opportunity, still have the possibility, and we hopefully now Everton will push on, and we've got to get those results of the Fulham, the West Ham, the Newcastle out of our way, and we need to stop losing against these types of clubs. We've got Southampton is our next game, and we need to back up the win against Liverpool because we had that really poor result against Fulham. If we had have beaten Fulham, we would have been right up there now. We have to put that to one side, and we have to push on now, and we have to take the performance and the result against Liverpool into that game against Southampton and really push on now and try and push on to as high as we possibly can in the league and see where that gets us. If it gets us top four, awesome. If it gets us top six, then I'm more than happy with that. But this result was just awesome. It was just immense. And I just wanted to make a quick video on it. I know it's Monday. It's 2 days after the actual game, but I'm sure that Everton fans are still feeling the same way. And I don't think this is going to stop for a while. And yeah, let's hope that we can now push on and finish it up as high as we possibly can. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I look forward to seeing you on my next video, which will be probably something about the Southampton game. Enjoy the feeling of that Merseyside derby. If you've not experienced it before, this is the first time that you've experienced a Merseyside derby win at Anfield, just enjoy it.